Let's talk of the Uganda Netball League. It is back, baby. And imagine 2 years of silence and then bang, they come up with a thriller of, to start a new season. So what is all that about?
First and foremost, for me, it's a very good thing that we finally have a netball league to talk about. Because for the better part of the last 3 or so years, it's been politics, fights between warring factions, and it's been nasty. I mean, you're feeling sorry for the girls. The irony is that this sport was actually doing well at international level. Our girls were competing very, very well at world level, the Africa Cup and the Commonwealth. They were doing very, very well. But at the expense of, there was no league, So I'm happy that the league is finally back. There's a new administration in place, Jocelyn Uchanda, a very good friend, I must confess. I think she's quite an organized person. And the league started in earnest, finally. And there was quite a thriller between KCC and Nick. Two teams coached by former national team coaches, Fred Mugerak coaching KCC, and then Rashid Mubiru coaching Nick. It was decided by just one goal, KCC prevailing 40-39. But I think netball is in a good place now. We even have a lot more venues for the game because the Ham Stadium is now up and running. And it feels good that now we can talk about the netballers. And not the netball politicians.
And not the netball, yeah, absolutely. It was unfortunate the incidents that led us to where we are. Eventually a license being withdrawn from the Netball Federation, and then a normalization committee being put in place by World Netball to manage in the interim, and all the chaos that was going on there because the fights were still ongoing, and then all the way up to that AGM which brought Uchanda into power. It was a tough ride. In between there, of course, the girls continue to play some international tournaments and do well.
And listen, and you have some girls who are on some good contracts.
Yeah, exactly.
So
Hanish Mohammed
is in the UK.
Yes.
Then you have Sholok.
Merinu Basholok is playing abroad.
And I've watched these girls. I was in London.
There's two others in the Scottish League.
I was in London for the Four Nations tournament. And listen, our girls are celebrities. People are fighting for their autographs, for their signatures, for a piece of them, and they want their shoes, they want their jerseys. And I was like, do we know what we're doing by investing so much time and effort in hurting this game?
With the politics, and all this, the ego trips that were being taken by some of the administrators there and things like that. But anyway, thankfully that is back because where Peace Proskovia came from, where Mary Nuba came from, there's so many girls in the league who are waiting for that kind of opportunity to be that or be the next Rachel Manyonga, or some of the girls who are actually shining on the international tour, even those who are still in the league, shining with the Shikrens when they go to play New Zealand, if it's a Six Nations thing, or in the UK, or recently the Nations, they played the Africa Cup of Nations equivalent down in Southern Africa. So and they did well at all these tournaments, and they capture the imagination of the world. Their celebrations, their colorful dressing, their style, and everything.
And then the dancing. After the victories.
Yeah, absolutely. So it's really good that these girls have an opportunity, and the league has just started. But I like the diversity already, because you've got a university team in UCU. That's a different from university. You've got the established institutional teams that we know of, UPDF, NIC, and KCC, you just talked about. Then I saw that you have got a team from Luwero and one from Busia. Actually, they played against Busia and Luwero. So you have that spread in the league. So these are like community clubs. Then you have institutional clubs, parastatals if you like. And then you have the academic institutions, because those ones are giving us in the other sports, especially basketball and rugby. They're doing a lot. UCU and KIU and Victoria University and all the others, Makerere itself as well. They're doing a lot in helping, because they channel out the talent, especially the one which goes through the school system, ends up at universities and ends up in these clubs. So I see that UCU can do that for the netball, because UCU virtually holds together Ugandan basketball.
Oh yes.
Oh,
yes.
In a sense,
Oh,
yeah.
They're so big on that.
They are girls and the boys. They're the ones who end up at Jetty Jaguars and wherever, even at
Yes.
City Oilers and wherever,
Yeah.
and for and JKL and wherever, and play in the league and are helping. So that institution is actually helping out with this discipline and cultured nature and its structure and all that, and scholarships and everything. So you want that in netball as well. So I'm hoping that because there was a low turnout of fans on the opening day of the season. After a 2-year hiatus, you can understand why. So hopefully that hype will build, and the netball league will go back to where we knew it to be, where it once was.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. Thank you so much.